What it do, man? What it do, man? Your dog Trey G, the young prince of the city. Say we outside today with it, bro. This a new feel. This a new vibe. This something different. Now I know you wondering what we doing on this couch, man. We gonna explain it to you. So my dog hit me. He say, Trey, I need somebody to interview me. I say, look, you know I ain't no interviewer, but I got you. I do my best impression. You see what I'm saying? Fatboy Lenny, what it do, bro?
Man, what's up, man?
How you been feeling, man?
Just cool, bro.
Really is.
Can't complain, bro.
That's good shit. Now, I gotta start with this, man. How the city been treating you? I know you be in and out of the city anyway, but how the city been treating you since you been in town, bro?
Oh, shit, that bitch been lovely. It been lovely every time. Same vibes every time.
What you been getting into since you done touched down, man? Give the people a little peek behind the curtain, a little glimpse into what they got, what they getting into with you.
Shit, really, when I touched down, I just chill, kick back. You know what I'm saying? I done built a lot of good relationships, so every time I'm in town, whether we going out or not, pulling up, tequila tacos, however we want to go by it.
100%. 100%. I like how you say you been chilling, but we got the half empty tequila bottle in between. Now I ain't no drinker. I ain't finna hold you. So I don't know how it got half empty if you been chilling. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, hey, I ain't gonna lie. Chilling. That includes chilling. You know what I'm saying? That includes it. I need that reposado.
Nah, I feel it, man.
Relax.
Nah, I feel it. I'm gonna tell you this, bro. You get a lot of love out here. When you approach me, I can tell as an artist, you handle your business a lot different. You know what I'm saying? Now, let the people know, first and foremost, where you from, man.
I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? Born and raised. Been out there, you know, my whole life. You know what I'm saying?
I can tell by the accent it ain't Texas. You hear me?
Texas.
But you connected though,
Yeah.
which is the most important part.
Yeah.
Speaking of being connected, bro, how do you feel is the importance of being connected in a spot like Texas, in a spot like Dallas? You know, you got Dallas. What is the importance to you in being connected and having those allies in the city of Dallas?
Shit, it really different. It's a different lifestyle, different type of mindsets. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, you know, not to kind of shade on my city, because my city is very talented. We got a lot of talented artists, a lot of talented people.
100%.
But it's the mindset of what's holding us back from being like top in the game. You know what I'm saying?
I feel it.
So just with them allies and stuff like that from Texas, like it's the mindset. We growing together, we pushing forward. You know what I'm saying? All about the union and really just going forward with the rap shit how we supposed to be.
100%. I look at the whole state of Louisiana when it comes to Louisiana and Texas. You know, late Texas, of course. I look at the whole state of Louisiana as like cousins. You know what I'm saying? Like we all really need to unify, come together, and push each other. And it's like one of the things where I think it's an old saying: all tides or all ships raise rising tides. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think it's super important that we link up, get together, and push each other. You know what I'm saying? What is the scene like out there? Because I'm gonna tell you this: listening to your music, you are a different style of artist. You don't have that typical, home state sound. You have a different sound for yourself. Where does that come from? What is it like in your home city, bro?
My home city is just, we really originated on jiggy music. You know what I'm saying? But
right on.
you know, from Boosie, the Gates, the Young Boy, you know, along them lines, it just kind of opened up a different type of feel for music. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So when I first started, you know, I did kind of have a little bit of extra hype, extra aggression towards my songs. You know what I'm saying? But just through it all, I just kind of always stuck to what was real and what was true.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like how I just
found your sound.
Yeah, found my sound just by, you know, doing what's real. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't really doing what's real, it's fake. Like,
for sure.
You know, making up lies and stuff like that in your songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna be able to tell. It's gonna sound fake. You know what I'm saying?
100%. What's that song for you, bro? That you made, that you created, that kind of tells your story. What's the song of Fatboy Lenny's where he like, this one right here, I put my heart and my soul into it? You know what I'm saying? What comes to mind when somebody asks you something like that?
It's really from, like, I said, my first tape I did. My first official tape was dropped December 25th, 2020. Due to, like I say, Spin Roller and all those other digital websites, you know, coming to a halt and get shut down. You know, I had stuff all on there too, you know, catalog of music, but just as far as like being back in the main scene, views from 35th. You know what I'm saying? I'm from 35th Street and BR where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? So just the intro to that song, that's really, it just really described me a lot.
100%.
Everything from childhood to pretty much everything, how I want to be growing up.
Now, you mentioned something that's really important, man. You gotta have that digital footprint, right? You gotta have the visuals, of course, behind all the music, because the music will only take you so far. You know what I'm saying? Let me ask you this: what do you feel is more important? Do you feel like it's more important to have a presence in the streets? You know, getting to the DJs, getting in the clubs, getting to the radio stations, or do you feel like it's more important for artists like yourself to have a presence online? You know what I'm saying? What do you call it? The streaming platforms, the streaming platforms, the social media, the visuals. What do you feel for artists like yourself probably is the best option or route for you?
From one, not to take away from the other one, it really both. But if we just go hypothetically speaking, I would say that online presence because you know marketing.
Okay.
You know, it's only gonna go so far with you just, you know what I'm saying? You'll weigh yourself out.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to get something in place, you know, eventually, and that's kind of like what we got going on now.
100%.
On my team, you know.
100%. Now, the last project that I saw from you was, the last full project that I saw from you was, I think, 72 Hours in Dallas. That was the last full project for you. Describe why you decided to make a project like 72 Hours in Dallas. Because listening to it, you get to hear your rawness. You know what I'm saying? You get every piece of Fatboy Lenny in that project. You know what I'm saying? It kind of like, it's like, listening to it, it's like, damn, he's not no typical Dallas artist, for one. You're not a typical BR artist, for two. It's like you have a different swag sound to you. Describe what it was like making that project. And where did that come from?
Really, I ain't gonna lie, bro. At the time, I think when that trip was taken, I recorded all that music, and one set, one taken, I had a show.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I think that was in Grand Pier. I had a show that weekend, but I ended up starting recording the tape like that Friday night. Like as soon as I touched.
So you recorded that in Dallas?
In Dallas.
Oh, that's dope as hell. Okay, I didn't know that.
Dallas, man. I was in West Dallas when I recorded that.
Okay, shout out West Dino.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was recording in the B&B. And like I say, just from the first song to the end, I just it just was the vibe. Really.
Yeah.
It was a vibe. Like I said, it's nothing fake. Everything gonna be true.
100%.
So once I caught that vibe and those melodies, I just kind of went for what I knew.
Especially when you out there in West Dallas. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. The West Side, it's a lot of culture in the West Side. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing about Dallas. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of culture. It's a melting pot of everything out this way.
Yeah.
You can draw inspiration from a lot of places. Where do you draw your inspiration for your music from?
Really, like I say since I can remember, I give it like 3 or 4. 106 and Park was like one of my favorite shows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
even before Tigger, before Roxy, you know, when it was AJ and Free. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was heavy in my household. You know what I'm saying? And I always had a musical presence.
Yeah.
But like I had 2 friends that's deceased now that both did music. You know what I'm saying? But they never took it serious as they really could have. You know what I'm saying? They could have been raw.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, they just, you know, died before their time, you know, unfortunately, and they could never just get to that moment, and get to that point. So I'm just really carrying the rock. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Nah, for sure. Now, what is that moment? What does the finish line look like for Fatboy Lenny? Like, you know, you put the work in, you build the relationships, you put yourself in these positions. Where do you hope to kind of push it to? Where is that ultimate finish line? Where do you see yourself in, let's say, 5 years?
See, multi-millionaire, businessman. You know what I'm saying? Businessman, own brand. And honestly, I want to go back. I ain't gonna say it because a lot of people be stealing sauce.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a clothing brand that existed, that died down, that don't exist no more, that I'm gonna bring back.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
just
right
like
on.
the whole Fatboy thing. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure. Okay.
Which when they hit us, they gonna kind of get an idea, but
Yeah.
like I say, you can't stop God.
Square
You
business.
know what I'm saying? So
Square business.
I'm gonna get there, but like I say, businessman.
And I'm gonna tell you this. They can try to steal the sauce all they want to. When you a sauce maker, they can't steal it. You know what I'm saying? They might get their recipe, but I got 10 more in the vault. You know what I'm saying? Big believer in it. Big believer in it. And you said something right now that kind of hit my spirit, bro. You gotta kind of have your hands into other things. So I know music is the main goal. Do you see yourself kind of going outside of the music, getting into other avenues besides like the clothing and stuff like that, which is
hell yeah.
spot?
Honestly, like on some real shit.
Yeah.
Teenage years, I had it hard. So it's like I want to work with not only kids that I could kind of resemble, could zone in and just kind of resemble my lifestyle with theirs.
Right.
Not even just that, but I do want to just help people along the way. So just in the future, what I really planned on doing was going back to my old high school. You know what I'm saying? With a full degree, full everything. You know what I'm saying? And getting a few people that I knew fell short, they could have made it to the league, could have, did bigger things.
Yeah.
Get that back like that. Go to the school board system, approach them with a plan.
Yeah.
And really be the head coach for my whole team. You know what I'm saying?
Huge.
Even though you might be on tour or something like that at the time, it don't matter. Try to work it out the best way as possible. You know what I'm saying? To really help these kids. You know what I'm saying? Fund buses to where, you might have that mama or that dad that's working them 2 jobs, they can't get you from practice.
Right. But
that don't mean they don't want to see you prosper. They just mean you in a bad situation. You know what I'm saying? So just things like that. That's really what I want to do. Vocal point wise. And really, I don't even want to get paid for it. I mean, ain't no sense in me being greedy. That's something passionate.
Come from the heart.
I do. You know what I'm saying?
Come from the heart. Come from the heart. Now, I think community is huge, bro. I think community is huge. One thing about it, when you grow up in an environment where it's probably not the prettiest, you know what I'm saying? When it's what they would classify, I guess, as like the hood. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, them kind of communities get a bad rap, and they also get forgotten about. Right. So I salute you and commend you for even mentioning to bring something like that up, having that idea in your head. It says a lot about your character. That's why I say, bro, even when you reached out to me on what you reached out to me about, I thought in my head instantly, this dude kind of different. You know what I'm saying? I think it was, did you have an event that you were promoting?
I was in Mexico at the time.
Okay.
I was on vacation, but still
Mexico.
Still gotta get it, bro. Like I even did that because, like I said, I went to one of the little stores, got me some Ray-Bans, got me some other stuff, and I don't know, me and a store owner just got to talking.
Yeah.
And I just let him hear some music, and he was rocking with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So. And I think I DM'd you that same day.
100%.
So, that's just kind of just networking. My mind will never stop thinking. So I could be in a different environment, a different element. It might spark something else in my heart right on.
That's how it should be, man. That's how it should be. Now, speaking of networking, like I said, BR, Dallas, it's a connection that you're making. New Dallas movement. Let's get into that kind of conversation. With the New Dallas movement, right? A lot of people are bubbling. A lot of things are having a lot of traction that's going on with the New Dallas movement. How do you fit into that kind of movement, that kind of motion that they got going?
Just knowing the people, like knowing, just really having the presence of just being around some of these people that be around these cats every day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Who's some of your favorite New Dallas artists?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. The Doe and Time, it's just, I don't know, it's a time to do. But like, I fuck with both of them hard, you know what I'm saying? But I fuck with both of them.
Yeah,
I fuck with them too, you know what I'm saying? Fuck with all of them.
Of course. Now, with a movement like New Dallas, right? Of course, you see other cities that kind of would want to incorporate something like that. I feel like, honestly, bro, I feel like every city in America who has young talent like yourself, they should have that kind of movement going. How important is it for you to see something like that in Dallas and take that back to your home city?
Shit, man. Hey, I really wear it on my sleeve because I even got homeboys that say, oh, man, that shit ain't gonna work out, bro. Don't try to do that. You gonna get yourself into this, you gonna get yourself into that. But I'm a online type of cat anyway, you know what I'm saying? So, if somebody see me doing something positive and they try to bring negative into that, that's gonna automatically be a problem. But at the same token, it mean a lot for my city because, man, bro, they get killed every day in Baton Rouge, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just read something probably like before the interview started, one kill. Like to the point where I know for a fact, if I cut my phone off for 24 hours, I know for a fact when I cut it back on, that's the first thing you're gonna see. I'm gonna see it. It's gonna be all piece of it.
That's
you know
the word.
What I'm saying?
That's the
and
word.
the shit be hitting home sometimes because you can really be talking to somebody one day and then tomorrow they dead. You know what I'm saying? So it's like out there, like the shit, like you could talk to a nigga 10 minutes and next thing you know, shit will be scrolling across your phone. You'll be like, no, like, but it really happened like that.
100%.
So a lot of people don't believe, you know, in that movement like that because they feel like it'll just never work because of how negative it is. But like I say, I got a person pretty much from every hood in my city for a fact that I know deal with me just whatever, friendship, business, however you want to put it. You know what I'm saying? So I know for a fact I can say I'm doing that. You got other rappers in my city that, you know, kind of try to, you know, say it in certain little things, but y'all ain't doing it. Y'all in the middle of everything that's supposed to be going on, but hollering about all this unity shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just stand on it. I stand firm on it. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of people that ain't gonna like me because of who I fuck with. I got famous friends. You know what I'm saying? That people will never like me because I fuck with them, but that's been like since childhood stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
let me tell you this. I salute you, bro, for even persevering and mashing the gas on bringing that city together. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, it made my skin tingle even really just thinking about it, just talking about it. Because you know how it go in the hood. You know what I'm saying? You got these certain sides that don't fuck with other sides, that don't mess with other people. But you have people as well who mess with everybody. You know what I'm saying? That show love to any and everybody that's doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? And when you have those kind of people, they have to stand out. And they have to take solid ground on it and be like, say, look, I fuck with y'all, I fuck with y'all. And we're gonna have something where we have to come together. Because it's bigger than us. It's bigger than us.
And even if you ain't just, you know, necessarily just a fan of me or a friend of me or just care for me, shit, just respect it.
Respect it,
you
bro.
know what I'm saying? Respect it. Like,
swear business. Because the thing about it, once we all get on the same, we ain't gotta all be together. You know what I'm saying? But we can coexist without having to exist together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Real deal. And that's a big thing, man. I think with the whole New Dallas movement, I'm glad we at a place to where we can have something like that. I love to see.
I love that shit for y'all.
Yeah, bro. Everybody from different hoods. But that's not. It's just. And it's not just a us thing. It's an anybody thing. I think New Dallas is open to having artists like yourself come in and say, all right, well, look, we see what y'all got going on, and we want to get tied in and connected too. We want to make sure that when y'all unified and getting together, we want it to be a thing where we can do what we can do to support y'all. Y'all do what y'all can do to support us.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Me and Montana was just on the same show for Easter Sunday, bro. And ain't nobody even get a chance to perform because of the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They, you know, in the club trying to have a good time. Nigga seeing a nigga flexing, and one thing led to another. So we ain't even get a chance to perform. You know what I'm saying? So we'll get back, you know, tied into again. Like I even got people in the back room sleep right now that's one call away. So
100%.
It's good. You know
100%. But now that's what it's all about. Even though it didn't come to fruition that time, the fact that y'all even just put it in the air like that. You know what I'm saying? The fact that y'all even put it in the air like this. So first of all, before we get into the new music, this new single that you had, About My Business. Describe and tell me what that track is to you. Describe what About My Business is about. Because I've been seeing it pop up on social media. I know you did the Drop the Mic session for it. Like, what is that singing?
It's really just a different take. I feel like I'm not the first Baton Rouge country artist, but I'm the first Baton Rouge rapper that brought that country feel into their music. You know what I'm saying? So and you can quote me on that because that's facts. You know what I'm saying? You can check that for sure. You heard? But like I say, it's just when I recorded that night, I just was in a hype headspace, but like I say, all true, all facts. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like what I deal with on the block every day. You know, trying to, you know, look over the shoulder just to make sure I'm moving right, I'm moving good. You know what I'm saying? So I can make sure I'm going in a forward direction to get to where I want to go. Because that ain't always where I want to be. But in the meantime, you know, just about my business. You know, my country feel, and I just added a twist to it. And that's what makes me different because you got a lot of artists that can't do that.
1,000%. It definitely got that country feel too, especially when you get that string started to come in, that guitar started to play. But when I heard it, instantly I said, ooh,
Shout out my boy Kaden, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's one of the ones, man. Could you see yourself doing a full project, kind of something like that?
Oh yeah, that's light work.
Yeah.
That's light work. I actually like country music. You know what I'm saying?
I think you was in your pocket on that one too.
Yeah,
That's why I asked, bro.
I was in my pocket on that.
You was in your pocket on that one for sure.
I ain't write that down either. You
Really?
know what I'm saying? So nah, I just go in there and really cook up. I ain't gonna say I'm just the best world freestyler or shit like that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just get in there, catch a vibe, and just handle business.
Okay, for sure. I'm assuming then, I probably already know the answer to this question, but I gotta get a factual answer anyway. What do you prefer? Do you prefer sitting down and having that time to just kind of write out your thoughts and put it on? Or do you prefer just kind of going in and punching in?
I like to just go in and punch in.
Yeah.
I just like to punch in because, like I said, it's just real.
It's more natural, right? Yeah.
More natural.
It's more natural, right? That makes sense.
Yeah.
What can we expect from the next project that we get from Fatboy Lenny? Like, what can we expect this next project to sound like?
Oh yeah, it's gonna cater to the folks that really just had it hard, mentally for sure too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm naming it hurt people. You know
Right
what I'm
on.
saying? 12 tracks. But it's really gonna give you an insight on just what the pain that I kind of wear on my shoulders. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So got a lot of just original Dirty South samples in there, and when you hear, you'll be like, damn, yeah, like just different.
Yeah.
Just a different type of project. So it's gonna be lit though. But it's most of, like I said, about the pain that the nigga wear on their shoulders, day to day,
Right.
and conquering through that.
For sure. Can we expect any features on this project? Is it just gonna be straight Fatboy?
Yeah, this gonna be a solo. This gonna be
Okay.
another solo project. On my next tape that I got after this, call that Silence the Critics. I am gonna have some key features on that.
Okay, for sure. You know what I love too, bro? You just said something. I love how you got this project that you putting your heart and soul into right now, but you looking forward. You know what I'm saying? A lot of artists, what they'll do is they'll have a project, they'll focus all their attention onto it, but they don't have anything after. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think that it's important to focus your attention on what you got released right now, what you're working on. But I also think it's important to look forward because you got to keep hitting their ass. You know what I'm saying? Definitely keep hitting their ass, man. I appreciate that about you. Is there anything else you kind of want to touch on?
Nah, bro, not really. You know what I'm saying? But just for the record, like I say, this shit ain't stopping no time soon. We in the elevation process right now.
Okay, boom, bro. So we done had an impactful ass conversation on this couch today, man. I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. I'm super impressed, even more so than before, with everything that you got rolling, everything you've been doing, and your mindset about it. You know what I'm saying? With your music, family, what do you want your fans to kind of like leave with once they are listening to a project from Fatboy Lenny, once they listen to a single from Fatboy Lenny? What message do you want to drive home to the people who support you?
Shit, for one, that they could count on me musically, and I could cater to all moves. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm human, just like everybody else. So.
Yeah. And that's one thing I like that you put into the music, man. You put your heart and soul into it. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like it's coming from a real genuine spot with everything that you talk about, everything that you touch on.
Yeah.
With that being said, bro, I appreciate you, family, as an artist, as a friend, as a collaborator, and as a creator, bro. I gotta give you your props and your credit on it. You do your thing, man. Anything you want to leave the people with? Anything you want to tell the people before we wrap up and get out of here?
Like I say, man, hurt people gonna be dropping in the next few weeks. Just stay tuned, stay on the lookout for it. Give me all 12 tracks. It's gonna be a long distance summer, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a long distance summer. It's that DR takeover, that DR Dallas takeover.
Come on.
Shit, man. So
Come on.
it's up with us, for sure.
And we heating up, bro. We heating up. Fatboy Lenny, I appreciate you for inviting me out, man. I appreciate you for sitting down. I think your fans are gonna get a real good look behind the curtain and behind the scenes about one of their favorite artists, bro.
Yeah.
Square business. Salute to you, man. Locked in. Yes, Lord. You know what it is. Come on.